Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Why DMV brothers have game. You know what? I did a shout out to up and coming YouTuber C Boogie, right? This last week, right? And it's something more than a couple people in the comments. They say, yeah, y'all DMV brothers got game, right? You know, and they were talking about that. And I actually remember a show I did with O'Shea a while ago talking about which city had the best game, right? Now, ultimately, I can't say which one has the best game, but I can tell you why DMV brothers have game. Like, when we say DMV, particularly in the black community, we're talking, I say, starting from a little bit like outside of Baltimore, you know, really starting, even though I live in Harford County outside of Baltimore, really starting in Baltimore County, going through Baltimore, that 95 corridor, and then, you know, the DC area, especially PG County, right? And then you got some people got some money going in Northern Virginia, because DMV stands for District, Maryland, Virginia. And honestly, if they say that, that's pretty much that little corridor right there. Washington, Baltimore, and Northern Virginia. Notice I say Northern Virginia. Shoot, even, I mean, trust me, you get outside of that, it's totally different. And you know what it is, though? And I thought about why. One, it was two things. One is really just in the culture. In fact, I remember I had a coaching client a while ago. He was from the area, and dude didn't really need coaching as far as how to get women. That dude went on no like incel type of thing. He was basically getting women. It was more, the coaching was more on management, all right? Which ironically, regardless, I got a lot of dudes who want coaching on management. They like, well, shit, we get women. How do I manage these 5 women, right? But that's another video, right? But one, it really is in the culture. One thing, if the richest counties, I remember I saw something, right? Like the richest counties in America. Well, the richest state is Maryland. Right? The richest counties are, I saw something about the 30th richest counties in America. More than 10 of them were in the DMV area, the Washington District, the District, Maryland, Virginia area, right? So you got a lot of brothers there who, you know, if we use that octane model of Master Teacher BGS, they're going to appeal to the 89s, the 92s, and even the 100s, right? So, and you know, you got a lot of money. You got dudes coming from all over the country who add into the mix, and especially like if they go to school there, if they go to school at places like Howard or Georgetown. So you not only got the brothers who live in the area, but you get some sharp brothers from all over the country bringing their game to it. So you got a cosmopolitan area who got a lot of stuff. Plus you bringing in brothers from other countries. Like you got like large immigrant communities in the DC area, right? And that's going to lead to my next point. I'll get to that in a second. So you got a lot of people just bringing in. It's just a mix of game in the area, right? It's a mix of game. You got the native game, and then people coming in adding their thing. They live in there. Shoot, I knew this one dude. He from Philly. Went to start working in the DC area. That dude jumped right into the game. He was finding parties I couldn't find. I was like, damn, dude, you just been down here a little bit, but you know. And also, too, here's the interesting thing about the DMV area. Yes, you got a lot of money, but we still got ratchet, too. In fact, an observation I made about D.C., I was like, man, it's got to be the only place in America where you can have, like, a $500,000 mansion next to a housing project. Or at least it was. In D.C., they cleaning out all the housing projects and stuff. Been doing that. But once again, that's another video. That might be more like my deep thought channel when I talk about politics, right? But you know, so you got the dudes with money appealing to the higher class women and all of that, right? But then you got the Pookies and Ray Rays, right? You know, especially some of those rough Baltimore brothers. You know, they hard nosed. They don't be playing. You got to be with Baltimore women, and that's another thing in the DMV area. If you live in this area long enough, you get to see every type of woman, right? Now, I'm saying I've dealt with a lot of foreign women, but I've dealt with them without having to go to their country. Because it's right here. You got large, you know, you used to go to like, you know, the Caribbean clubs, African clubs, shoot. If you like Ethiopian, you can go there and shoot. You just met everything. If whatever you want, you could do it. I still never forget, there was one week I went to, no, it wasn't even a week. It was like back to back. A Friday night, I went to like a more ghetto type party. It was a pool party too, right? So there was one mentality there, but then the next night I went to, you know, one of those like Masters of the Universe type of party. Like everybody in there were professionals and whatnot, right? So you see all of that. See, and if you grow up in that environment and just like, all you really had to do was just step outside, hang out a little bit, you got everything. In fact, this gym I used to work at, right? You know, it was an interesting place. You had cops in there, high-level drug dealers, six-figure brothers, all of them. It was like a neutral zone in there. It was like Switzerland in there. Everybody was at peace, you know. You have a drug dealer spotting a cop in there. And knew the cops, too. Knew the cops, right? So you had all of that in the culture, have it in the area, whereas I say ordinary dude, like a dude who might be called a lame or something somewhere else would still look like the man. And that's just how it is. And you know, with the DC women, just the variety you had, I mean, you have professional women coming from all over the country. Like I said, a starting point is Howard. They come to Howard, they like the area, they stay in the area, so you get that, and then they come to work for the government. Shoot, that whole political game and just dealing with those women there, that's another thing, you know. And that's just with the black people. Like, it's very racially open in DC, very racially open in that area. So, you know, dude, all he has to do is socialize a little bit, and he run into everything. You run into all types of women. Everything, women from all over the country. Like, people be talking about getting their passports or something. I say, nah, man, just shit, save your money up, move to DC. Move to DC, because you got whole sections. You got whole sections where you can find any type of woman, right? It's whole sections. Just make sure, like, the dudes in the area are kind of cool about it. And I do emphasize kind of cool, right? Because I remember when I was living in Arlington. I mean, the Hispanics had that so hemmed up. They had like whole shopping centers and whatnot. They could have renamed the place, but they were right there. So yeah, DC brothers. I mean, DMV, bro. I'm gonna say, since I'm from DC, I have a bias towards DC, but I'm gonna say DMV, because like I said, you see some Baltimore dudes. You see got some dudes from Northern Virginia. Shoot, out in PG County, place. It's a whole different vibe. That's why it's like the dude's a little bit more chill. The thing is, even within it, it's you still got some nuances depending on the area between like DC and Baltimore. But then you got a lot of people who work in DC and they live in Baltimore. All right, so and it's easy to go back and forth too. That's the thing. It's like a good day. From the middle of Baltimore to the middle of DC, like one time during the middle of the day, I literally like made it in less than an hour without speeding. And we're talking the middle of Baltimore to the middle of DC. And usually if I go to DC, I'm coming from like 30 minutes outside of Baltimore. So, you know, I usually can make it in an hour and a half. And that's to the outside of DC, right? But, you know, you just got so much there. You got so much there that you can't help but get game. Like I said, all a dude in the DC area, in the DMV area, I keep saying DC, but DMV area had to do is just go outside, just socialize. You got so much here that you can find something. You know, then, you know, that's why in general they're gonna have game. So Anyway, right? That's all I got. Just want to explain that real quick. I know we're going to get some people in the comments saying, well, hey, man, go ahead and share it, man. It's all love, man. Go ahead and share it. I'm just telling you why DMV brothers be having such a perspective. So anyway, I'll holler at y'all. Peace.